Yo, what's up guys, it's SONICSTA, and I was actually recently thinking about this, the World of Light Super Smash Bros. Ultimate intro, and how, like, all these characters were being hit by beams of light, and all of a sudden only Kirby was the only one to survive. Now, I don't mean to discredit Kirby as a character, because I know he is very powerful, and I know he's capable of doing many things, and he's probably one of the strongest Nintendo characters, and maybe even one of the strongest video game characters. Also, I want to make it known once again that this opening is insane, and in no way am I saying that this is bad by any means. That said though, I do have a bit of a gripe with it. If you read the title or the thumbnail of the video, you know I'm going to be talking about Sonic the Hedgehog in World of Light. And as we can already see from the opening itself, Sonic the Hedgehog is one of the characters who just happens to not survive. And honestly, that's kind of my issue. In my own headcanon, I kinda believe that Sonic probably would have survived had he not extended that hand to help out Pikachu, but I found out recently that that really isn't the case. On November 30th, 2018, we were able to find out why Sakurai chose Kirby as that one character to play as in World of Light at the very beginning, and also why he survived. Okay, so Sakurai kind of breaks down that from a game design perspective, and based on the process of elimination, Kirby was the obvious choice. I mean, that's fine and all fair, because Kirby isn't that hard of a character to learn, and also he's kind of fun to use anyway, so, I mean, that's cool to start off with him. Sakurai then goes on to say that the Smash Bros. Development team needed a convincing reason for why Kirby could outrun Galeem. And he also says that most characters with normal abilities were immediately disqualified, considering the Onslaught enveloped the ends of the galaxy. Only a vehicle that could defy the laws of physics would actually work. And as we know, Kirby has his Warp Star, so with that he should be able to easily escape the World of Light, or Galeem. Okay, so with that said, Sakurai really does a great job at breaking down why Kirby is the playable character and why this had to happen. However, he gives us a little bit more information that we may want to look into. And he says that there are actually two other characters who may have stood a chance, and those were Bayonetta and Palutena. You know, after finding out this information, it really hurt to know that my headcanon was actually wrong. You know, I just thought that Sonic was the fastest thing alive, and that this should be something he could easily escape from. But I guess in Sakurai's eyes, that's just not the case. But then I decided to do a little bit of research on my own, and I wanted to find out if this was actually, like, a thing. Could Sonic actually beat this World of Light Galeem type being? Could he outrun it and perhaps even escape from it? I guess what I'm really trying to say is, am I actually still right? Or is Sakurai right? Let's find that out today. Now, the first thing that I kind of want to completely throw out the window here is the fact that video game logic, I just don't even want to look at it. I don't want to use it, I don't want to have it anywhere near this presentation. And when I say video game logic, I mean like the actual math that goes into how fast Sonic is. Because as important and cool as that is to know, it doesn't really add up and make any sense to what the game actually says. You see, because if Sonic is allegedly supposed to go at the speed of sound, and if he were actually to do that in the games, these games would literally be unplayable. While I will admit that analyzing the math and the schematics behind how fast Sonic is actually is kind of fun, I just don't think it really has a place in this discussion here. So with that said, you're probably already thinking that Sonic probably can't outrun Galeem anymore, considering that the games strictly say that Sonic is as fast as the speed of sound. And as we already know, Galeem is light, so I think light is a bit faster than sound. However, there are a couple of instances in game canon material where Sonic has actually achieved light speed, if not gone faster. Now, I do want to mention that a lot of these examples are implied, while others are completely outright explicit, and I'll make sure that you know the difference between the two. That said though, let's get into a bit of the Sonic the Hedgehog lore. Now, we already know that in games like Sonic Colors, he has outrun a black hole. Now, it's not explicitly stated as a black hole, so it can be assumed to be other things, but we do know that it's charged on hyper-go-on energy, which is like the Wisp and stuff. Also, it's important to realize here that Sonic did not have a single boost while he was doing this run. He was literally running in base form. So if Sonic is able to do this without a boost, I imagine he would have been able to escape that black hole if he had one in the first place. Now, this is one of those implied moments I talked about earlier. We don't actually know if this is a black hole, and we don't actually know if Sonic would have survived it had he had a boost in the first place. So it's really just going off of what I think might have happened. Everything that I literally just analyzed here was just through logic and reasoning. Now, I do want to reiterate that this might be a black hole. I'm not 100% certain, and I don't think anyone actually is, because it hasn't been confirmed in any type of source material. That said, if it is a black hole, that doesn't really help Sonic's case considering that light travels faster than a black hole. However, you can make a clear-cut argument that this might be stronger than a black hole considering it's actually being charged by hyper-go energy. There's a lot of information here and a lot to be implied, so I don't know if this is actually going to help our case or not, but let's just move on to other examples. Anyway, let's talk a bit about the game Sonic Unleashed here for a moment, and actually not even the game itself, actually the Japanese manual. And that kind of says that Sonic can go faster than the speed of light. So the sentence goes a little bit like this. During the day, he was his usual self, able to run anywhere at the speed of light, but at night, he becomes a slow and savage werehog, prone to giving his enemies violent smackdowns. What is stated here is the sheer fact that Sonic is able to run anywhere at the speed of light, as his usual self. Now this just might be a little bit of an implication here, but I'm going to assume that they're talking about without his Lightspeed Dash shoes. The only reason I'm making this assumption is for the sheer fact it says as his usual self. In the game Sonic Unleashed, we know that the Lightspeed Dash shoes are an upgrade. It's not like Sonic already has them to start off with. To be totally honest, we can kind of just stop right here and go back to Galeem, but I think there's a couple more examples that I kind of want to take a deeper look at. Alright, so in the game Sonic Generations, we know that Sonic can go light speed without the actual light speed shoes, and he's also able to restore time and space using just his speed alone. He's actually the only character capable of doing this in the entire game. In short, Sonic is literally restoring his past, present, and future just by running. If Sonic is able to run so fast that he can go through time itself and space itself, I'm gonna assume that means he's faster than light. Another thing I want to add here is that according to this one Sonic the Hedgehog profile book, I have no idea what book this is or even where to find it, and if someone has any idea, let me know in the comment section down below. But it says Sonic runs faster than the speed of light, and according to the Guinness Book of Records, he is officially the fastest video game character of all time. I also have a quote from Takashi Iizuka where he says we aren't aware of how fast Sonic the Hedgehog is. In some games, he is able to go beyond the light barrier. We don't really know. The best we can say is it rivals the famous comic book hero, The Flash. If you're still not buying Sonic's speed, even though it comes from one of the literal creators themselves, then we can lastly look at one of the other games in the Sonic the Hedgehog series called Sonic Forces. Now this example actually comes from the level Null Space, where Sonic and the custom hero are able to escape from the aforementioned area. Now I don't know if null space is an actual thing or if it really means anything, but I'm gonna assume it's something like a black hole type area that Sonic is able to escape from. Now that said though, the custom hero is not able to boost as we've seen in the gameplay before, so Sonic is literally doing all of the heavy lifting. I mean, at least most of it anyway. If Sonic is able to escape null space with probably a little over double his weight considering the custom hero is carrying a Wisp of some sort, I'm gonna assume that this is probably a large feat for this character. But then again, I really can't compare null space to light, considering I don't actually know what null space is or even how it's defined. All we really know about it is it's an area filled with nothing that Sonic is able to escape within a matter of seconds. However, I still do believe that the evidence that I've kind of gathered here is still enough to warrant the answer of the question, can Sonic outrun Galeem? As mentioned earlier, Sonic is able to run at the speed of light in his usual form, and I'm gonna assume that's probably without the light speed shoes. Of course, there are other games I could have referenced here, like Sonic Colors DS, where an Omega and Sonic are having a conversation about how fast Sonic really is. Then again, I'm not totally sure if that game's even canon in the first place. Either way, if you guys have any other evidence you'd like to add to the table, always put it down in the comment section down below. But either way, I still do think that with the evidence that I presented today is still enough to answer the question if Sonic can actually outrun Galeem. And to that, I'm still going to say that Sonic can in fact do that. In my headcanon, I always believed that Sonic could have escaped had he not reached out his hand to Pikachu, and I think I still stand firm in that opinion. What's going on, guys? Thank you all so much for sticking around to the end of the video. But now I want to hear from you. Do you think that Sonic could have survived World of Light? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Also guys, if you had any other evidence to present like I said earlier, don't forget to drop that down in the comment section down below. One final thing before I go here is I want to take a ton of shots of my amazing channel members. Thank you all so much for continuing to support me and my channel. You guys are truly the best motivators. Every day I wake up praising the Lord for people like you because you guys honestly help me make the best content that I can possibly make. I know I say this a lot, but if it weren't for you guys, videos like these would not even be possible. Thank you all again so very much. If you want to become a member of my channel, there will be more information in the link in the description down below. But if you want to support me through other means, leaving a like, comment, and subscribing definitely goes a super long way. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. This is SONICSTA signing out. Have a super blessed day, y'all.
Why are you playing that trash?